White House release published Thursday, December 18, 2025. Increasing medical marijuana and cannabidiol research. The president has ordered new steps to improve access to medical marijuana and cannabidiol, or CBD, for research and patient care. The Food and Drug Administration found in 2023 that medical marijuana can help treat conditions such as anorexia, nausea, and pain. Chronic pain affects nearly 1 in 4 adults in the United States. Over 6 million registered patients use medical marijuana under state or local programs. Federal policy has long limited research on marijuana's medical uses. Marijuana is still classified as a Schedule I drug, meaning it is considered to have no accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. In 2023, the Department of Health and Human Services recommended moving marijuana to Schedule III, which recognizes accepted medical use and lower abuse potential. The Department of Justice proposed this rule in May 2024. It received nearly 43,000 public comments and is awaiting a hearing. The order notes that delays in recognizing medical marijuana's benefits have left many Americans without proper guidance or safe access. Research shows some veterans use fewer opioids because of medical marijuana. 1 in 10 seniors used marijuana last year, with some reporting better quality of life and less pain. The current federal status makes research difficult and leaves patients and doctors without clear information. CBD products, often from hemp, are also widely used for pain and other symptoms. 1 in 5 adults and nearly 15% of seniors reported using CBD in the past year. Some studies show CBD helps with chronic pain. However, labeling issues and changing legal definitions create confusion and safety risks for consumers. The administration's policy is to increase research on medical marijuana and CBD. The goal is to close the gap between current use and medical knowledge about risks and benefits. Research should include real-world evidence and focus on long-term effects, especially in vulnerable groups like adolescents. The President has directed the Attorney General to complete the process of moving marijuana to Schedule III as quickly as possible under federal law. The Assistant to the President and Deputy Chief of Staff for Legislative, Political, and Public Affairs will work with Congress to update the legal definition of final hemp-derived cannabinoid products. The goal is to allow Americans access to full-spectrum CBD products, while keeping restrictions on products that may pose health risks. This process will include consulting with executive departments and agencies to create a regulatory framework for hemp-derived cannabinoid products. Guidance will be developed on limits for THC per serving, container limits, and CBD to THC ratio requirements. The Secretary of Health and Human Services, the Commissioner of Food and Drugs, the Administrator of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and the Director of the National Institutes of Health will develop research methods using real-world evidence. This research will help improve access to hemp-derived cannabinoid products in line with federal law and inform standards of care. General provisions state that nothing in this order changes the authority given by law to any executive department or agency. The order will be carried out according to existing laws and available funding. This order does not create any enforceable rights or benefits for any party against the United States or its agencies. The Department of Health and Human Services will cover the costs for publishing this order. Signed, Donald J. Trump, The White House, December 18, 2025. Thanks for listening. The full source material for this summary is in the description below.